Good morning. Let me find my screen. I think you guys want this one. Share that. Very nice. Okay. Um, yeah, as you know, I've been working on dynamic shared extensions. They're actually getting pretty good traction. A lot of embed use cases and customizing per tenant and stuff like that's going on. And so we had a request come in because this is just to show you, this is like the existing way that shared extensions get mapped for the model name gets mapped to these user attribute values for this user attribute. And I mean, this is great. Gives you a lot of flexibility, allows you to have multiple values mapped to the same multiple user attribute values mapped to the same model. So you got tons of flexibility here, but it's going to get pretty verbose and painful to manage if you get into the thousands or tens of thousands of extension models getting mapped. And so what I've done is I'm introduced, it's not done, it's in my local, but getting close. We're introducing an alternative way to define the user attribute to dynamic extension mapping, which is just to provide a map pattern, which you can see uses our Mustache syntax and can reference any omni attribute. So this is like a Mustache template. I've got this saved. You can see I've got this extendo is just the kind of the prefix that I'm putting on my models. You could have the attribute value just be the full model name if you wanted, or you can include some prefixing, suffixing. And then I've also got these two models that I've created. So I've got extendo cool stuff, where I've added cool first name as a label to user's first name. And I've got extendo wicked stuff, where I've added wicked first name. Currently my attribute value is set to cool stuff. If I come into a user attribute or into a workbook based on the shared model, Super Dynamico, you can see that users has the label cool first name. I'm going to jump over to my user attributes and switch this over to wicked stuff. And if everything works, then I refresh this and we should have wicked first name. So you can see that you only have to define the mapping one time, and then just as you add new extension models and the corresponding user attributes, they will just work. You don't have to update the shared model extension mapping stuff. Hopefully coming next week, but I'm off a good chunk of next week, so we'll see if I'm able to land it before I go.